Hi everyone, it is Thursday, February the 24th, and today I thought I'll give you a short video of what I'm doing with the luggage storage service this year. In 2021, I had Michael help me run it. There was not a lot of pilgrims anyway, but this year in 2022, I've hired some help, and I'll be running it out of Casa Ivar as I've done previous year. I think I started this service back in 2010, something like that, and it's something that I feel people have found useful. Since then, Correos has also offered a similar service, but what I wanted to do in this video is explain what I'm doing, what is my service, where you send it, how do you send it, with some possible problems, just so you know in advance. What is the pickup procedure, and payments and costs and these things, and some possible other options as well. So to begin with, what I do is I have a luggage storage service here in Santiago. I don't do any shipping, so you have to ship it to me yourself, but when I receive it, I will store it for you here, and then you will pick it up once you arrive in Santiago. This could be some extra clothes that you need for a trip you have after your Camino, or it could be that you started walking and you realize your backpack's too heavy and you ship it to me from any post office. You can get a box at the post office, ship it to me, and I'll store it here until you arrive. So that's my service. The service is storing stuff that you send to me. If you want to do day by day shipping ahead, one day at a time, that's something that Correos does, and you can do that along the Camino. That's not what I'm doing. I'm doing storage in Santiago. So there's two possible scenarios that I see how people are using my service. One is, let's say you're going to Europe for 6 weeks. You're going to do the Camino as a part of the trip. You're going to maybe go to a wedding or go to some other touristy trip afterwards. So you arrive at Madrid airport or Barcelona or Paris or whatever other country in Europe, and you have this extra suitcase with things that you don't need until after. So you could ship me this suitcase and I could then store it for you here, and then when you arrive in Santiago, when you finish your walk, you can come and pick it up. By the way, if you ship a suitcase, go to the supermarket, get some like plastic wrapping, like kitchen wrap, this plastic thingy, cling wrap I think it's called as well. Wrap it around so there's no loose ends sticking out. Same with if you do it with the duffel bags and backpacks and things like that. If you ship me a backpack, put it in a box, or if you can't get it into a box, get like a Glad wrap, plastic wrap from the supermarket, those kitchen wraps. Wrap it with a roll of that, and then you ship it. So shipping a suitcase with clothes from after you walk, it's one option. And then I see a lot of people send me things, especially from Pamplona, which is people that are walking the Camino Frances. They've started from Saint-Jean, and they realized after 3 days of walking, when they arrive in Pamplona, their backpack's too heavy. They can't do it. I've heard it so many times. You go to the Pamplona post office, Correos in Pamplona. They have various sizes boxes. They have a big one that you could almost get a whole backpack in if you wanted to. And then they have smaller ones. And then you just make a note of my address and you ship it to me. And if you put your email address on the box or on the shipment, we'll try to, when we receive it, if we can understand the handwriting, send you a message saying we've got it. Also, something that I would like to mention is that if you send something to us and halfway through the Camino, you for some reason need to cancel, you need to go home, for something happened at home, you need to go home, or you just decided the Camino wasn't for you, you don't have to come to Santiago and pick up your items. Just let me know by email where you want me to ship it, and I could ship it to you. It doesn't matter if it's the US or Australia, it doesn't matter. You pay me the shipping, of course. I ship with DHL Express. because I use them to ship all my items from the Camino store anyway. So I have the DHL guy come by my office every day, so I could ship it home to you. You don't have to come to Santiago and pick it up. What else? Where do you send it? I have a website. Let's see. This is the Casa Ivar website. If you go to this website right now, there you have this Camino forum section up there. That's the store. And then here's the link to the luggage storage. I'm not going to click the link right now because the website hasn't been updated for the 2022 information. But if you search for Casa Ivar in Google, come to this website later on, click this link, and you'll get all the information you need for finding out where to send it and how to do it. The address is Casa Ivar, and then underneath you put your name, attention, your name, then Travesía da Universidade number 1, 15704 Santiago de Compostela, La Coruña, and Spain. La Coruña, by the way, is the province, not the city. There's also a city called Coruña, but it's not going to Coruña, it's going to Santiago. Also, it's important that you put Casa Ivar on top. Otherwise, if you put your name on top, it means it goes to you and they won't deliver it to me because I'm not you. So you have to put Casa Ivar on top. Anyway, what else? How do you send it? So in Spain, it's easy. I would recommend Correos in Spain. If you send it from within Spain, by the way, don't send it from outside of the EU. If you send it from outside of the EU, it will get stuck in customs with all kinds of problems. They would think that I have bought something from, let's say you ship it from the US, a suitcase or boxes, or a box with things after the Camino, you ship it from the US. The customs in Spain think that I've bought something in the US, and they keep it in Madrid. They send me paperwork so I could fill out what have I bought, what's inside the box, how much is it worth, and then it gets complicated. So don't send me anything from outside the US. If you're in Spain, like I said, Correos works great. They're reliable. There's special rates if you want to have it with a tracking number. You could do that. There's only one issue. If you send it with there's a Pilgrim rate. The Pilgrim rate doesn't include. If you send it to me with a Pilgrim rate, it stays at the Santiago post office. It doesn't include delivery to my address. It's cheaper rate. That's why they have it like that. But I just send it as a normal box. I would prefer not to do it as a Pilgrim rate, just as a normal rate. And it comes here, and write your email address on the box, and I'll let you know when I have it. If you send it from France or Portugal, for example, it's in the EU, but it's still outside of Spain, it will become an international shipment. It complicates things a little bit because it first goes with the Portuguese or the French post office to the border, and then on the border it doesn't go with the Spanish post office. If you send from France, it comes with inside of Spain with Seur, which is a private shipper. If you send it from Portugal, it comes with another private shipper that is partially owned by the Portuguese post office, but it doesn't come to me with Correos. Possible problems. Possible problems are if you have misspelled my address, or if there's some kind of issue, the address label fell off, or if there's some kind of issue and you arrive in Santiago, you come to my office, you would like to pick up your parcel, I never got it. We start looking at the tracking number. Hopefully you kept your receipt when you shipped it, so we could, or at least taken a photo of it, so we could find the tracking number. We find out it's in Portugal or in France. Customer service from the French or the Portuguese post office once you're in Spain is very bad. There's almost non-existent. They're going to tell you, please come to Portugal and go to a post office and they will help you there, or please go to France, go to a post office and they'll help you there. So that's an issue that it doesn't happen very often, but it's something that I'd like to at least mention. So don't send any very, very valuable things in these type of shipments. If you do decide, if you have something valuable and you would like that tranquility or the peace of mind, I would suggest maybe send it with a company like DHL, for example, or UPS, because if you do it with DHL or UPS, it will be door to door with the same company. So you could call customer service in DHL in Spain and they will help you even if the package is still in France, because it's the same company. It's a bit more expensive, but it's up to you. It depends if you're sending dirty socks, you're not going to spend maybe DHL money on it, but it's up to you. At least I wanted to mention it. Pickup. So let's say you arrive in Santiago and you want to come and pick up your items. I have hired some help this year. Iria is helping me out. So she's going to be working during the week from Monday to Friday, 10 to 2. So my office is located in Old Town, about 300 meters from the cathedral. So it's very centrally located. You'll find the directions on how to get here. You could search for Casa Ivar in Google Maps and you'll find me. You have the shipping address where you shipped it to me, so it's that same address. It's right by the fresh food market. So come by Monday to Friday, 10 to 2, sorry. Ring the doorbell and we'll be right down and open up for you. Saturdays, we'll be here for half an hour in the morning, 11 to 11:30. And Sundays, we'll be here for half an hour, 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. We're doing it this way. Let's say you arrive Friday afternoon and you have a Saturday flight. You can come by Saturday morning. Let's say you arrive Friday or Saturday afternoon. You can come by on Sunday night. Sunday night is really for those that have an early Monday morning flight. So I know it's not ideal, but since we're only 2 people, this is what we have decided. If you see that these hours are this doesn't work for you for whatever reason, let's say you come in Saturday afternoon and you have Sunday morning flight, email us 3-4 days in advance. We can drop off your parcel if you have a reservation at any place in Old Town. If we can walk within a reasonable amount of time from our office to that location, to the hotel or albergue or whatever it is, we could drop off your item there and you could pay me online later. So that's how you would pick it up. The cost of the storage service is, I haven't changed the cost since I've started in 2010. It's 25 euros for a big suitcase or a big box, and then there's 20 euros for a smaller one. And if you send things like a letter or something like that, sometimes I get if people have lost credit cards or somehow problem with a credit card, they send a replacement card. It comes in a letter. That, by the way, is fine to send from outside of the EU because it's a letter. It doesn't have anything inside it that is bigger than a credit card, for example. So that's fine. Now that's usually 10 euros. So that's what I have as of today, February 24th, 2022. That's what my service looks like. I know there's probably going to be a lot of questions related to this. Please feel free to ask me those questions either on the forum or in the YouTube comments below, and I'll try and help you out as best as I can. And I'll promise to update the website with the 2022 information as soon as I have it ready. So hope your Camino planning is going well. Take care. Buen camino. Ciao.